Welcome to Blood in the Snow Radio, where we give you the latest news and interviews with the best in Canadian genre cinema. Here are your hosts, Robert Bellamy and Festival Director Kelly Michael Stewart.
Bits Radio is back on the air. I am Rob Bellamy, and Kelly got pulled away to do Festival Director stuff, so it will just than he had imagined. And that was quite the curse that he put on that pizza box. I'll get you to introduce yourself and your role in the project.
My name is Jake Gunhouse. I made the Pizza Monster costume and the puppet head, and I also wore the outfit and played the monster for the short film.
So you are Pizza the Hut.
Yeah, a lot of people bring up the Pizza the Hut inspiration, but it actually came in because he saw some of my makeup effects I had done. And him and the director, Kyle Dunbar, were actually, they say they were talking about an idea that came from an episode of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles called Case of the Killer Pizzas. And
I think I've seen that.
So one thing went to another, and they told me, we have no money, can you make it? And for some reason, I really like it when someone says, we have no money, can you make, with like no budget, just basically out of scrap material, you could call it.
Well, it looks so good, you know, and that's the part about it. It's fun. So you know you're not going for that realism of dripping cheese and whatnot, but it's so much fun.
Yeah, I really tried my my hardest to make like the bumpy texture. The bumpy texture on the head was the Great Stuff crack foam spray.
Okay.
How to make that's how you make the bumpy, cheese texture. And the pepperonis were pieces of red felt that were actually colored and dipped in like Mod Podge, which is basically white glue. So they got hard and shiny and stuck them to the whole costume.
That's a great idea.
And the costume was a morph suit that had cut up latex gloves as like a skin with mushed up paper towel that was soaked in liquid latex and left to dry, because it makes this nice natural looking burned skin. But then I made it yellow, and then it looks like a cheese monster. Oh,
that is wicked. Because, yeah, it did. It looked great, like especially when he first comes out of the box.
Oh, yeah, it was great. Yeah, you can. We added a bit of a glycerin jelly to make him look greasy and shiny, too. So he would, like, twinkle and look actually, like, fresh.
How hard was it to come out of that box?
We pre-cut it, and that was actually basically a green screen onto that coffee table. The actual box was ripped open so I could basically step forward into it. There was sort of like a U-shaped indent, and then the lid was basically intact but had pre-cut rips, and I just had to like twist and crawl out of it. The thing is, I really like Silent Hill a lot, so I was taking some inspirations from the way the monsters would move in the Silent Hill games, just really twitchy and all the joints are spinning. So I just felt really alive when I'm just in a monster outfit and no one can really see what I look like. And I just got to convince that I'm a creature of some kind.
That's true, because they can't see you, so you can be anybody.
Mm-hmm. And, I like to make funny faces behind the mask for photos and they don't know I'm doing it. But yeah, like all these little tricks, they came from when I was a kid. I started watching a lot of like horror films. I basically didn't stumble across animated movies. I kind of was drawn to the Friday the 13th cover and The Thing, and I learned about the makeup effects artist Tom Savini, who did the effects for Creepshow, the original Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
And he was inspired by Lon Chaney, the Man of a Thousand Faces, who did the original Phantom of the Opera, the original Quasimodo, and Tom Savini saw that, and as a kid he would just practice makeup, make masks, make creatures in his bedroom, and that's what I was doing. I was destroying the carpet in my room with blood splatter and spilt glue and paint just because I wanted to make crazy looking monsters. And it's a lot of fun to find like a role model who, like, he's a real role model of mine. A quote of his I really like is, because I also do blood effects, so spray blood and injuries, and people say like, we have no money. I'm like, okay, I'm listening. We need a big blood spray effect. And Tom Savini puts it as like, it feels like I'm a hired hitman. Someone gives me a call, I load up my tools, I go in my car, and I go somewhere and I kill people, I make blood happen.
Yep.
And like right there, when I heard that, I was like, wow, like this is my dream. I want to be like that.
You're the opposite of the cleaner.
Yeah,
You're the messier.
Well, I did have to learn how to like clean up because like, you know, like because when you go to a location, you can't leave blood on the walls and stuff. So
You do frown on that.
yeah, but turns out you can actually mix clear dish soap into fake blood, and then it basically cleans itself. So little trick for you there.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, it makes it not like, because it has already like the soap in it, it's like already the moment it touches something is already cleaning itself off. It's a neat little trick.
I never thought of that. Yeah, and it's got the consistency you want. Just as dish soap.
Yep, just a little bit of clear dish soap will make it come right out.
That's crazy.
But I didn't know that as like a little kid, so I just destroyed my room.
Your mom wishes you did.
You know, it's in the past.
Yes, exactly. So, so you do this for a lot of films, or?
I sort of I do a lot of short films. I'm looking to do more bigger, more ambitious projects. But I recently did one for a director named Luc Perron. The movie's called Arachnid, and he says, okay, we need big fleshy spider legs that can move and be puppeteered to come out of a woman's back and kill a man. And I was like, really? And what's the budget on that? And he says like $250. So I said, okay. And
challenge accepted.
If you watch it, they look good, but there are just plumbing pipe, the pink insulation foam board that you would like insulate a garage with, because you can you can carve it into anything, and it's so easy to carve, and it weighs nothing, and just little hinges and just the wrist portion of latex gloves for the knees, so they bent like, you know, like the flesh of a finger joint.
Okay.
And just a lot of liquid latex mixed with Dollarama paint and Halloween paint from Spirit Halloween. And that's all. Yeah, that's also what the Cheese Man was to make all the shading was Spirit Halloween paint and Dollarama paint.
Is the mother of invention. Like that, you learn to adapt.
I do love it. I do love getting that sort of call and wondering, like, someone will say, "Can you make it look like my skin is falling off?" I want to look like Hellraiser with no skin on it on my face, and I kind of looked online how they did it, and I saw on an online prop store a mold of the original Hellraiser muscle makeup.
Oh, okay.
And that sort of told me how to do it. I could see how it was all sectioned out. So I basically copied it with, you know, liquid latex from Spirit Halloween, and I sculpted the muscles onto a face of a mannequin that's used for wig heads, and I molded that face to make the muscles for his face instead of doing the whole head cast thing.
And then you just layer the
layer
muscles
each muscle and the part on his nose, and it was for a band called Afraid. It's actually the younger brother of the Arachnid director who wanted the spider legs.
Oh wow!
So yeah, it's been fun doing like little indie projects. I don't know. I get some thrills out of a smaller budget team with big dreams. It's
almost that DIY filming as opposed to corporate, you know, this is how we do it and build the process and whatnot. It's more creative.
Yeah, I do want to do like more professional level assemblies, because I'm making all this stuff in my apartment. You know, I don't really have a shop, but that's the dream, is to have a shop or at least a garage to have it all set up in.
The new Stan Winston.
Oh, I actually did look at a Stan Winston tutorial for making like an animatronic puppet thing, and I said that's too hard. This looks too complicated. I'm gonna make it like not the lazy way, but
streamlined.
Yeah, because I saw when I remembered as a kid, I was watching Art Attack.
Oh my god, yes.
I think it was Art Attack, and he made a cardboard hand that has straws on each finger joint, and then you put a string through it and you would pull it, and then that finger would curl like a real. So,
I saw that episode. Yes.
Yeah. So for the spider knees, there's that system, but on the above, like the top of the knuckle, there was a really strong elastic band, or no, I changed it to springs that when you relieve tension on the string, it pulls itself straight, so you don't need to pup it as much from above, and it really worked. It really worked out, and I only have one of the leg. We sort of gave the legs out. Because they were big, they were like 6.5 feet long.
Oh wow!
Like each of them fleshy spider legs, and I had to make them in my 1-bedroom apartment. But I'm really proud of that sort of it's all about the final product. Like if you crack it open and you see like the bubble gum and the lies that it's held together with, like as long as it's on screen and it has its moment to shine, then that's worth it. And I actually made that cheese head not a very long time ago, like well over a year ago now. And I brought it up to the screening, and it's still holding up. You know, all those cheap materials, like the tendons still stretch. It still looks pretty much the same as it did. So not only do I use cheap like materials and methods, but the result seems to last.
It's durable.
Yeah, which I'm pretty proud of.
And that's impressive, too, because that latex doesn't break down pretty quick, especially when you get the cheaper latex like Spirit Halloween or Dollarama or Value Village, you know?
Yeah. And it does wear, you can wear it down if you hit latex with spray paint. It'll wear it down. It'll mess it up.
Oh, the chemicals in the paint.
Yeah, it sort of makes it, start to come apart, but very slowly. Like, it makes it weak. So the spider leg knees are sort of now those ones just in the knees are starting to rip, but you can see the hardware on the inside, which is kind of cool. You can see the steel cable and the joints and the springs that make up the finger joints, which I kind of like to see.
So now it's like a Terminator spider.
Oh, there we go. If someone come to me with a pitch for Terminator,
I literally saw the light over your head go on.
Yeah.
Next project.
We'll see is if someone says I need to make a Terminator spider and I have no money, I'll bite.
That's awesome. Well, man, congratulations on the film. It was so much fun to watch. Like I said, especially that little dance that he did for the curse. That was a blast.
Oh, that was so much fun to film.
Yes. Well, congratulations. Thanks for being here, and good luck in the festival.
Well, thanks for having me. It's been great.
Join us next time for Blood in the Snow Radio. Bits Radio is a production of Three Evil Cats Productions in association with the Blood in the Snow Canadian Film Festival. For more information and to listen to other episodes, visit bloodinthesnow.ca and tweet us at BitsFilmFest. Music by Jan Gorman, produced and edited by Kelly Michael Stewart. I am Eduardo Correa.